Alright guys, so now we're going to make the butter that's going to go on top of the cornbread. This right here is my rum and raisin that's been soaking in here for a couple months. I believe it's a couple months now, or a month, because I use this to make the rum and raisin ice cream. I'll also link that below. So we're going to use a couple tablespoons of the rum liquid and a couple tablespoons of the raisin. Pulse it, add the butter with some, I'm using agave because I don't have honey, and some spices. Alright guys, so I have my couple tablespoons of rum and raisin in my food processor. I'm going to add my agave, another couple tablespoons of that. I'm also going to add some cinnamon. There we go. You're going to pulse this until it liquefies, and then we're going to mix this into our butter. Usually people will put their butter in the food processor, but I wanted to gauge how much I'm adding to mine. So that's why I'm doing it in a bowl. Also, if you don't want alcohol in your butter, I'll have other options in my description box, so you can look out for that. Alright, so we're going to start with about 3 tablespoons to about a whole stick of butter. Obviously, I should have used a fork, but we're going to make it work. You see how soft my butter is? Your butter needs to be just as soft. I had it out on the counter for about, I don't know, 2 to 3 hours before I started cooking. I just had it sitting there and it got nice and soft for me. Do not put this in a microwave. If you're going to make this recipe, just put the butter out ahead of time. I'm going to keep mixing this, and then I'm going to show you guys what the cornbread looks like, and we're going to put this right on top. Alright, so now that we got the butter out of the way, now we're going to work on the actual cornbread itself. These are some poblano peppers. They're in the section right with the other peppers. Can't miss it. It's a bright green. They look just like this. I have to take one out so you guys can see what it looks like. I'm going to chop this up. We're going to saute this for just a couple minutes, just so we could get the edge off the pepper. Because to me, I feel like it doesn't get soft enough in the actual cornbread once it's baking. So I like to saute it for like a couple minutes just to get it kind of tender. And then just cut it small, just like that. However shape you prefer, but small. Alright guys, I apologize for the pressure cooker noise in the back. That's another recipe that I'm working on. In this bowl right here, I'm going to add my flour. This is good old all-purpose flour. In this bowl right here, I have my salt, baking powder, and cornmeal. Put it down in here. You want to toss this. I don't think my sugar is going to be able to fit in this bowl, so I'm just going to make sure. You want your baking powder to mix through thoroughly, especially throughout the flour and cornmeal. So that's why I'm making sure this part is mixed. Alright, so then I'm going to add my sugar. Everything was 1 cup, but as per usual, everything will be in my description box. I wanted my cornbread sweet. You might want less sugar. Again, my description box will have the recipe. And you don't have to use that much sugar. The sugar doesn't really, concern the rise or the texture of your cornbread. I'll put an alternative that uses less sugar. No problem. In this bowl right here, I have, let me move this up. I have 1 large egg and some milk. What you're going to do is you want to beat this up to get the egg incorporated with the milk. Alright guys, so this is what you're looking for basically. I have this down in here for about 1 minute. I'm going to go 4 more minutes and move on. Alright, so now you're going to take your dry mixture and put it down in here. You're also going to take your sauteed poblano pepper. Yes, with the fat and everything down in there. This is also going to add moisture to your cornbread and a lot of flavor. And then you pair that with that butter we made earlier. Oh my God. I can't wait to try it. Then you're going to take your melted butter and pour it right down in there. You're going to gently fold this just until combined. Do not mix it to death. I know some of y'all do that. And you're going to put this down. I'm using a cast iron skillet, a small one. And I'm just going to bake this off in the oven. Alright guys, so this is my little cast iron skillet. I'm just going to take my batter and pour it down in here. I'm probably going to have batter left over, which is fine, no big deal. I could just bake it right back off once this one is out. And you're going to pop this into a 375 degree oven for about 20 to 25 minutes until your toothpick comes out clean and it's nice and golden brown and perfect. I melted some butter down in there before I added my cornbread mixture. So I'll show you guys what it looks like once it's come out the oven. Alright guys, so this is the most perfect cornbread I've ever seen in a long time. So now all we're going to do is take our butter. I'm surely using an ice cream scoop because I want to get a good amount on there. And you're going to take it, put it right there. I know y'all see it. Y'all see it? Yes. I wish y'all could smell. First of all, I wish y'all could smell this as soon as the rum and raisin hit this cornbread. That's number one. Okay, so I'm going to take some pictures, slice it, let you guys see what it looks like, and yeah. Alright guys, so here's my cornbread. Clearly I couldn't wait to taste it, so I cut it all crazy, so just don't mind me. Alright, I'm going to look, a little bit of the edge. I actually want to get in the middle so y'all can see the pepper. You can see the poblano right down in there. It's fluffy, it's moist. I want a piece that has the butter on there so I can tell y'all how it tastes. Oh my god, like seriously. This is so sweet and a tiny bit of spice, the rum and the raisin, the butter. Y'all can't see my happy dance. I'll see you guys next time on my next video. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to share and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time on my next video. Bye guys.